Building a community is something that I believe will give you a massive leg up against your competition in the next 1 to 10 years. Okay, and that is why in this video, I want to break down exactly how you can start your own community and then scale it up to 20 to 30K per month, just like some of our clients are doing right now by selling high ticket offers. We're actually using Skool right now to close 6K deals. This was actually a DM close. This is our client's actual Skool client community, and we helped sign 10 clients in 60 days, and this is the same client that's charging 6K for his offer. More clients, more closes, more money. Adding 20K to one of our clients' offers, getting 2 more female clients for a fitness coaching offer, and then booking 15 calls in less than 2 days. What I'll cover while having a community will become a necessity in 2024, 2025. I'll cover how to set up your Skool funnel as a coach if you want to, keep charging high ticket. If you don't want to, succumb to the $20 a month model, I'll show you how you can do that using Skool. I'll show you how to get people inside of the community and then how to actually upsell these people into high ticket coaching. Okay, before we begin, if you want access to this entire document, DM me Skool on Instagram and I will send this document your way. Okay, but without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Right, so first of all, why having a community will become a necessity in 2024, 2025. All right, before we get into specific strategies, we need to understand why you should even consider building a Skool community in the first place. And the first part of this is how AI and technology advancement will completely change the online business game. Okay, so we obviously know that AI is moving like crazy right now. If you look at ChatGPT 3, this is how powerful it was. Okay, compared to ChatGPT 4. As you can see, an absolutely huge difference. And this year, what we have coming is we have ChatGPT 5 coming, right? And the difference between GPT 3 and GPT 4 will be about the same, according to Sam Altman, which we'll get into a quote in a second, will be about the same as from GPT 3 to GPT 4. So imagine the same jump from GPT 4 to GPT 5. It's going to be freaking massive. Okay, at this point, it looks like we're on an exponential curve, Sam Altman says, right? We will look back relatively soon at ChatGPT like we look back at ChatGPT 4 like we look back at ChatGPT 3 now. The delta between 5 and 4 will be the same as between 4 and 3. Okay, so I mean, shit's happening. Okay, AI will soon become smarter than humans. All right, information will soon become worthless since we will have instant access to the brains of the greatest minds in the entire world in every single subject in the back of our pockets. Right, we will have access to the wisdom of guys like Elon Musk, potentially even more wisdom than guys like Elon Musk across technology. We will have all of Sam's wisdom when it comes to AI in the back of our pockets. We will have all of Alex Hormozzi's wisdom when it comes to building a business in the back of our pockets. Okay, information will become useless because it will become abundant. Okay, that is what I want you to grasp. Right, people soon won't buy to get information, right? Because we will literally have information at hand in the back of our pocket at all times. Okay, so why would you buy information, right? And this will leave most coaches completely obsolete. Right, and this is not something that is super distant. It's actually happening right now. All right, ChatGPT, as I said, it's coming apparently in mid-2024. Okay, and this is data from literally two weeks ago. This was confirmed. Okay, as you can see. However, if you do play your cards right, there is a way that you can create a massive moat around your business and prosper in this new era. Okay, which is what this video is basically about. But what is a moat? This is Charlie Munger, one of my heroes who's taught me a lot about business. What he says, what he defines as a moat, is an intrinsic characteristic that gives a business a durable competitive advantage. All right, what we want is a durable competitive advantage. Okay, that is exactly what I'm going to be showing you right now. Okay, and then Warren Buffett, a good business is like a strong castle with a deep moat around it. I want sharks in the moat. I want it untouchable. Right, we want to have a moat that makes sure our business is durable. Right, to make sure that it doesn't become as influenced by AI as a lot of other people's if they don't follow this, basically. Okay, and what I found is that there's obviously no way for us to avoid AI. Okay, and that is why we need to figure out what will still be valuable once it arrives in full force in order to create that moat, because it's clearly not information. Right, as I said, information will become completely abundant and I mean, worthless, to be honest. If you're an expert at something, you better get to selling now because you're not going to be able to sell in a few years. Okay, guidance from someone with more experience? Not necessarily, because you're going to have personalized guidance from your AI assistant. So the one thing that will actually hold value is going to be community and human connection. All right, and that is going to be the future. A community is your only moat as a coach moving forward. Okay, you need to bring people together, to have them talk and socialize and exchange ideas, right? The need for human connection is the only need that will survive this revolution, right? Because it's deeply embedded in our brains, right? We will still need to connect with other humans. Okay, we will have robots doing a lot of stuff good, right? A lot of stuff better than humans, but we will still need that human connection. Okay, and that is where communities come in. And this actually pairs up really, really well with industry trends. Okay, it pairs up with a time where trust right now in the online marketing space, in the online coaching space to be specific, is at its lowest it's ever been. Okay, people are completely lying about things like their guarantees and all that sort of stuff. It's not really a fun time, and this is sort of where we are right now. And because of that, what we are entering we are entering an era and an age of value-based selling, which I've talked about a lot of times before. But basically, this brings us a golden opportunity, okay? Because both the market and technology advancement are all aligned on one path, okay? Both are signaling you towards giving away all your information before AI does it, okay? And you need to give a lot of away to get a lot in return in this market that we're in right now. And it's directing you towards building a loyal and an active audience and a community, okay? Which is going to be your moat for the future, okay? Your community, your personal brand, your audience is going to be what allows you to actually thrive in this new era, okay? Because if you're nobody, why would people join your community? They wouldn't. And if you don't have a community, what else are you going to sell? Are you going to sell information? As I said before, information won't really work out, okay? People who refuse to take this advice are the ones who have been stuck in the same place for the past 6 to 12 months, okay? If you're just posting on Instagram, hoping to get clients, just posting organically, no, I'm speaking to you right now, okay? If you're just launching ads without any thought or a proven system behind it, if you think you could just boost a post and make a lot of money, then this video is also for you, okay? And if you're not giving away anything on YouTube, plus if you're not giving away everything on YouTube, and if you're not on Skool, and if you're not building an audience, then also watch this video. This is also where you're stuck and you're not making any progress, okay? And I want to also tell a story of one of my past clients. I mean, literally, he fits the bill of this perfectly. I'm not going to mention his name, obviously, but I want to tell you guys his story because I think it's very interesting. He used to be on my short form offer last year, back when I was selling short form. And I tried to show him this path of building an audience, building a community. We had dope plans built for his Facebook group because Skool wasn't that big last year before Alex Ramosi invested into it. And he says that he literally said, I don't think I want to focus on building a community. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to force you. I really recommend it. But okay, sure. Right. And what he did is he spent last year just posting short form content organically on Instagram. Didn't do any other marketing. I think he did a few reach outs, but that's it. And right now he's literally getting less views than he was last year. Back when we were working with him doing short form, and total he gained like 200 or 300 followers. Okay, and he's getting less views on average. And when you look at like his, for example, his client results to see if he's even like working with anybody, he only has one client result, and that was uploaded like half a year ago. So not really a fun time. Okay, and it speaks to the importance of actually adapting and going beyond just one platform, right? And going beyond just posting organically. But that's not the topic of this video. I may cover that in a bit, but I just want to share the story. If you're just posting on Instagram, just posting organically, if you're like, oh, I don't need a community, I don't need an audience, my Instagram audience is strong enough. Unfortunately, it's probably not, okay? And I mean, luckily for you, you're watching this video because I'm going to show you the escape. All right, what big names are betting on? That's also something we need to focus on, right? And obviously, you know, Alex Ramosi. I just made the largest investment of my life into Skool.com. Okay, I've been looking for an opportunity to make starting a business accessible for everyone. I found that Skool is that opportunity. Okay, biggest investment of his life into Skool, into a community platform, into an education platform. If you are here right now or in 2024 in general, you are super early. This is like buying Bitcoin in 2011. This is paraphrasing hard, but this is pretty much what Hormozy said. I'll show you guys the clip so you guys don't think I'm bullshitting you, but basically, we're early. We're still early. And that is why I'm making this video, to get you guys on this as soon as possible.
I was like, this is it. I think this is going to be the next thing. And so I'm stoked for you guys because as much as there are thousands of people who are joining the game, I will tell you right now, you are early. Like you are very, very early. And it's going to be really sweet. And so
Alex Ramosi's words, not mine. Okay. And then the second person we got to look at is Sam Ovens, obviously the other co-founder of Skool. But why is he betting on? Obviously Skool. Okay. He literally sold consulting.com, which was doing like $34 million in annual revenue, to go all in on this platform. Okay. Communities are clearly the future. Okay. So let's take a look at how to actually set one up. Now, something that I'm seeing right now is that a lot of people are pivoting their entire business model to make it completely around a Skool community. Okay, they are going from charging high ticket and delivering a full transformation to charging 30 to 200 bucks a month for a low ticket community and thinking that that is the way to go. Okay, personally, I'm not a fan. I think it's way easier to sell high ticket if you do it right. Plus, when you do, you're actually delivering a full transformation and making a real impact as a real coach. Okay, because this video is for coaches. If you are a coach, you want to sell high ticket, you want to deliver a full transformation, this video is for you. Okay, I'm assuming you don't want to just get 50 people, even if that, on a $30 community, which is like 1.5K a month, and then just have that be your income, and there's no way for you to really make more money without getting more low ticket people in. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of that model. I think high ticket is way, way better. Whereas, where you do switch your business model to a low ticket community, basically what you're doing is you are seen as a course seller, okay, instead of a coach, instead of someone who transforms lives. You make less money because most of you do not have the massive audience you need to actually sell low ticket successfully. Okay, because for low ticket, you need a massive. For low ticket, the ideal audience is a massive broke audience. Okay, whereas when you're a coach, what you're literally building is you're building a smaller audience that maybe has a little bit more money. Okay, so we want to clearly leverage that. We're not going to take our small audience and then play the volume game. We're going to play the quality game. Okay, and you literally change less lives. Okay, success rate on courses is like 1%. Okay, on the average course, and it's probably lower now because of all the shitty courses that are coming out. So personally, not really a fan. Okay. Also, despite that Sam and Alex are now pushing the low ticket model, let's take a look at how they actually scaled their businesses and made their money. Okay, because we don't want to do what they say to do. We want to do what they actually do. Okay, Alex Hormozy, he obviously made his money through Gym Launch, which was a high ticket product for gyms. Okay, not a low ticket info product. He's pushing you to sell a low ticket info product, but he himself didn't really sell it. So, Alex, not really a fan of this move. Gym Launch's offer was literally 16k one time, and then they retained everyone by charging them $800 a week, so it was 3.2k a month, for long periods of time. Okay, and it was like yearly agreements. Okay, and then Sam Ovens, consulting.com, obviously, it was an info product, plus then he had masterminds on the back end, but both were literally high ticket. Okay, Consulting Accelerator, 2k. Mastermind, according to the internet, it was 36k a year. Right, here it is. I mean, I guess proof. I'm not sure how expensive his mastermind was, but we can imagine that it was around that range. Okay, masterminds are usually way higher ticket than just your basic course. Obviously, once again, my point is this was not a low ticket info product. All right, these guys were not charging $200 a month or $50 a month. Okay, so why are you trying to? All right, what I want to show you is I want to show you a model that has all the benefits of building an awesome community and having a moat around your business while not having to sacrifice your identity as a coach, and while still being able to close 3 to 6.5k deals like some of our clients are doing right now. And this sort of structure or model is what I call the two community model. Okay, which basically means you have two communities. Okay, you have a free community on the front end, and then you have a paid community on the back end. All right, let's get into why this works. Right, having a free community on the front end enables you to make way more money on the back end. Okay, let me repeat that. Having a front end community that is free enables you to make way more money on the back end through your actual paid programs. All right, a lot of people just have one community that's like 100k per month. And this means you won't have very many people join at all because there's a paywall, and a lot of people just aren't willing to jump through that paywall, especially if they don't know you yet. And you won't make very much money due to the low ticket issues, right? So you can't really get many people in, and you can't really make much money. So you're getting the worst of both worlds. All right, so what I like to do is I like to separate it up into two different communities. Okay, you can have your free community with the course community, a gamification system, which is your sort of free lead magnet. Okay, this is your value bomb that you can drive all your ads to. And then you have your paid community, which is super high ticket, which is literally your coaching program pretty much. Okay, you have a better community because the quality of the people in this community is higher because they actually paid and they get one-on-one access, like in your standard coaching program. Okay, that is the model that I recommend you run. That is the model that I'm telling my clients to do, and that is the model that once I create my community, because I'm really debating it. But I mean, I'm probably going to do it because I've literally sold myself into making community after making this video. This is how I do it. Okay, there's literally no other way in my opinion. Okay, and this allows the best of both worlds, as I mentioned. And your average, I guess, sales process with this model would look like this. Okay, you have obviously all your social media, all your ads, whatever you're running. It would take everybody to your Skool community. Okay, everything would be funneled down into it. All your YouTube into your Skool community, your Instagram into your Skool community. Your Skool community will be the place where all these paths converge. Okay, and then from there, you upsell from inside of the community into your high ticket program. That is how the model is going to work. And now that we know exactly what the high level strategy is, let's talk about how to actually get people inside of this community, okay, inside of the free community that we're going to be building. All right. So as I said, all of our marketing efforts will have one singular goal. All right, to funnel everyone down into your free community. From there, the upsell will happen. Okay. And as always, there are two ways we can get traffic into this community. Okay, we can either do it through organic sources, or we can do it through paid sources like paid ads. And I'm going to cover both for you. Okay, so let's get into it. Organic sources first. So as you might know, or as you could tell from the story that I told earlier about my client, my past client who was just posting on Instagram for a year, I'm not really a fan of using organic to scale a high-ticket coaching business. Okay. Plus, if you've ever heard about the apparent 1% conversion on your followers, if you've ever thought about, starting a paid community, you've heard that 1% of your followers will convert, you have to know that it's complete bullshit. I can guarantee you that the 1% conversion, you would be lucky to get 0.5%. If you, like, a more realistic number is probably like 0.2, to be honest, for your average audience. Especially if you look at most people who have 10,000 followers, they're only getting like 1,000 views per video, maybe even less. So it's probably a 1% conversion on the amount of people that actually watch your content on a regular basis. Okay, that's what you sort of have to expect, which is also another reason why I'm not a fan of having a low ticket community in the first place. All right, however, since we are funneling everything down into the free community, it can actually be a viable option. Okay, organic into a free community, it's not that bad, to be honest. Okay, because we're getting people into the free community. Okay, that's the point. Someone using this strategy that you can model is Eddie Cumberbatch. Okay, what he did is, I mean, his Instagram, as you can see, is pretty dang big. He went very, very viral. But basically, what he did is every single video, he literally just has a really crazy and weird hook. And then at the end, he ties it all back into his offer, and he gets people to DM him for access to his lead magnet, and then he pushes them down into his community. Okay. The reason that worked for Eddie though is because he had a new opportunity, right? Nobody was talking about growth operating, as he calls it, which is essentially building Skool communities for creators. Nobody was talking about it when he started doing it. So he had a new opportunity that was timed perfectly where the market was moving, timed perfectly with Alex Hormozian Skool. Okay. And he positioned himself as the leader of the Skool community movement, just as Alex Hormozian invested into Skool and the whole trend blew up. So his timing was immaculate. Okay. However, for your average coach doing like 5 to 15K per month, who's been posting for a while and you just can't get it to work, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to blow up purely using organic. Okay, due to timing, maturity of industry, and then saturation. All right, Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you haven't blown up yet and you've been trying to, you're probably not going to blow up when you switch to this strategy. Okay, but if you do want to use this strategy along your paid funnel, I'd study Eddie's content and I'd keep these frameworks in mind. Okay, as I said, this is how we're going to be funneling it, except this is all going to be organic, all into the Skool, all into the upsell, all into the high ticket. Okay, you got to spam shorts. Okay, every single platform here. If you're doing organic, you got to be on every single platform. If you're doing paid, then you can just you can get away with it. I actually recommend just having one platform to post on, Shorts, which is the platform where you run your ads. But if you're going to do organic, you may as well spam them everywhere. You could have super creative hooks and content topics. Once again, check out Eddie. He does a really great job of this. And then I have a CTA every single video to either your DMs or straight to the community to actually get the most out of the traffic. Because the worst thing you can do is have a super viral video and then you don't call to action in it. That'll be the worst thing. Okay, so keep these three pillars in mind and make sure to study Eddie if you're going to go organic. Okay, but for those of you guys who want to do paid, which I recommend more, to be honest, which is what, I mean, all my clients are running pretty much, because there's no reason for you not to run paid once you have client results and once you have a validated offer, then stick around for paid. Okay, the beauty in structuring this community model to keep it high ticket is that paid ads actually work. Okay, because another thing with the low ticket community model, if you want to do paid ads, they're not really gonna work as well, right? Because I mean, if you're pitching your community for like, I don't know, $50, chances are that you're not gonna get joins for less than like 25 to $50. It's really difficult to get a really high ROAS, right? Because you're not gonna pay $10 to get someone to pay you 50. It just doesn't work that way. However, when you extend it to spending $300 to get in someone to pay you 3K, that's a lot more viable. Okay, if you were to run ads to a low ticket community, the strategy would be to break even on the first month. Yes, on the first month, pretty much, as I said, or maybe make a little bit of profit, but most likely you're probably going to be breaking even. And then collect profit starting from month 2 if people do decide to renew their membership, which I'm not a fan of because you have to wait a month to even see the return. And overall, it's going to seem like you're spinning your wheels because you kind of are. Okay, but the beauty with the high ticket model though is that we get the return immediately while still capturing people inside of the group itself. Okay, so the group as an asset grows a lot in value too. All right, because we're going to be getting more people inside of the free community. Right, in terms of how to actually run the ads, here's how I recommend that you set this up. The way I would have this set up is I would have a lead form ad, okay, not a ad to your DMs, not a follower ad. I would have a lead form ad on Instagram, offering some form of free course or asset, which is literally going to be your Skool community, okay? Your prospect is going to fill out their information. Okay, the reason we want the lead form is because it's really easy to fill out the lead form and we're going to get a lot of volume on the front end. And we're going to grab their name, email, and phone number, okay, which means that then we can retarget their email, their phone number, and we can completely spam them and get them into the group as soon as they fill out the lead form. From there, after they fill out the lead form, they're going to get a pop-up that says, join this guy's community. That is where your asset is. Okay, so they actually have to join the community to get the asset. It's going to be an open in app link, so that the link actually opens in the Instagram app itself. Instead of having to load up the browser. Okay, so make sure you use an open app link if you're going to be doing this strategy. It's going to increase your conversions into the actual group a lot. Basically, then they join the group. Skool is going to act like a native landing page. You don't need a landing page. People are going to literally land here. And that is where there's literally going to be a button that says join now for free. Right, and then they're going to join. You can have a VSL on here. Obviously, I'm going to go into the VSL in depth a little bit later to how to actually set up your community. But basically, you're going to have a VSL. people are going to join, and then from there, inside the actual group, you're going to have a setter that's going to reach out to these people and then book these people on a call. And then on the call, obviously, you present your high ticket solution, right, which is what we're trying to sell in the first place. All right, and what I like about this funnel is that's 100% native to Instagram and Skool. There's no landing pages, there's no funnels, there's no crazy load times, because everything is literally lead forms on Instagram straight into the Skool. Okay, it's super simple, super not low friction, and it's very easy for people to actually join the Skool. You're going to have an asset that grows with time a lot, and then from there, your seller can actually reach out and start booking people on calls. Okay. You don't need any landing pages or crazy funnels. It's super smooth and fast, as I just said. And the goal here is just to get volume on the front end with lead forms, and then you can qualify inside the actual group, okay, through seller DMs, and then you can also warm dial these leads that actually give you their information, okay. And you can literally qualify them and then book them in on a call from the actual lead form itself, right, which is also super powerful. Now, in order to actually get the most out of this funnel, we're gonna have to optimize and set up the community properly, okay, which is what I'm covering right now. So to get the highest number of people joining our free Skool group, there are a few things we're gonna need to do, okay, and that is optimizing the Skool page, getting the setter to actually dial the opt-ins, and then we can also have some retargeting ads running. And I'm gonna break down each of these three steps down step by step. Okay, first is Skool page optimization. All right, to actually get people joining, your Skool group has to look appealing. Okay, if it looks like shit, there's no profile picture, there's no VSL here or anything, you're not gonna get very many joins. Okay, just being completely honest. But this is how I'd set it up. Okay, this is actually Hamza. He won the first ever Skool games, and this is how he has it set up. So literally, why not just copy him? Okay, if he already knows how to do it, right? So, play the video, make it full screen, right? He has his VSL. He wants people to watch the VSL. You definitely want to have some form of social proof in the actual, in the actual description of the group, and then obviously a call to action to join now. Okay, and then what he has here is he literally just has more client wins and more client results stacked in these little cards. You can check you can check his Skool group out if you like, but that's basically how he has it set up. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just make sure they have a VSL on there, which I'll show you how to script. And make sure that you have some form of social proof and some form of call to action in the actual description. Okay. Grab data in the community form too. This is a super important point, and it will literally double your conversions from everybody who joins. Once somebody actually clicks join, you can ask them a few questions, and this is super valuable. Okay, you can ask for their email, which gives you the opportunity to retarget them to email and add them to your email list. You can do whatever you want in this third one, really. Okay, and I know that sounds weird, but there's a couple different strategies. You can either collect the Instagram username, which is valuable because then you can reach out to them on Instagram. But what you can also do is collect phone numbers, so then you can dial them, and just in case they come from other sources than your ads, okay, and you don't have that data, it may be worth to collect it. But also something you can do is you can literally just ask, hey, I just made this free course or on whatever, free video on whatever, could I send it over? Okay, or what we do is we help our clients do X, Y, and Z. Could I reach out to you with more information on what we do? And then you literally appointment set them, and then you book them on a call. Okay, so there's a lot of different options you can do with this third one, but I definitely have their name, obviously, and then you can have email, or you can substitute email for phone number, whichever one you like. Okay, but I to be honest, I would keep email over phone number still. Whatever you grab though, you want to make sure that you're using it, right? So if number, as I said, triage call. If Instagram, DM them. Okay, if you're asking for permission to DM them, you better freaking DM them. Okay. And in terms of the actual VSL for the community setup, make sure you're making short. People, especially if they come from an ad, from a lead form, they're not going to have time to watch like a 20-minute VSL. Hamza's one is longer because these people come from YouTube, but I'd recommend keeping it under, definitely no longer than 10 minutes. To be honest, the shorter, the better, really. Okay, as long as you keep these points in the VSL, the shorter, the better. Okay, since the group is free, you don't have to do a whole lot of selling, right? Hamza has to do more selling because his group is literally paid, but if your group is free, you don't have to do that much selling at all. Okay. Key points, as I said, make it short. 2 is spam social proof. Show that people inside the community are actually winning. Okay. 3 is give them a sense of proximity, which is hugely important, which I don't see a lot of people talking about. But you want to actually show what's inside of the community. Show people interacting. Show the wins. Show the course content. Show the calls if they have coaching calls with you after they join. Show all the bonuses, which we'll go over in part 4, and actually show them the inside. Walk them through the community, because that's going to give them a sense of proximity. They're going to feel super close to it. And that basically increases demand for whatever you're presenting. And the 4th tip for the VSL is to position it as paid but free. Okay, people don't value free stuff as much because everybody's giving away a lot of free stuff, like me in this video, which is literally going to be like an hour long, hopefully. Hopefully I'll fit it all in an hour. I don't want to like take up insane amounts of your time. But people don't value free stuff as much as they do paid stuff. So position the community as a huge discount on its real value. Okay, so even in the description here, you can add something like, this information cost me X dollars in coaching programs. This info made X dollars for my coaching clients. I used to sell this information for X dollars. Okay, this is going to actually attach the value in the community to a number. It's going to make it real, and it's going to make people feel like they're, oh shit, like I'm actually getting a discount. I'm actually getting a lot of value for free. Okay, whereas if you say, okay, this is free, people aren't going to value it as much. Okay, for example, this is another group, and this is what the author, this is Max Person, this is what he has in his description. Literally, Skool Masterclass Lite. This is the value. Motivated entrepreneurial community, priceless. Total value is this now for $0. Okay, that gives these people way more of an incentive to actually join, right? And as you can see, what he has here is normally sells for this amount, but only if you join, you get it for free. Okay, that is how you actually incentivize people. 2 is setter dials. Okay, to squeeze the most juice out of this funnel, you'd have a setter calling everyone who opted in but didn't end up joining the community, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, what you want to do is you literally call them and you say, hey, did you get the asset? Oh no, okay, awesome, here, let me send it to you. Where do you want me to send it? Okay, here. By the way, I have a whole bunch of other assets. Is it cool if I ask a few questions to sort of get to know a little bit more about you and which one of those would help you most? You literally qualify them, you triage them, and then at the end, you book them in on a call if they seem warm. Okay, if not, just make sure you get them in the group because they're going to convert over time. But if they're warm, if they're receptive, you can book them in on a call straight away. Okay. And then the last thing is retargeting ads. Okay, you can run ads just for targeting the people who either saw your ad, or who watched it for like 15 or 30 seconds, and or who opted in. Okay, what we want to do is we want to make sure that these people end up joining the community. Okay, if you have someone's information, if someone watches the ad but they don't end up joining the community, we want to push them to join the community. Okay, and if you add these 3 aspects to the funnel, retargeting ads, setter dials, and what was the third one? Actually optimizing your Skool page, 99% of people, I can tell you right now, don't do this. You're going to be super far ahead and you are going to absolutely print. Okay, so make sure you do this. And then the last thing that we're going to cover is how to actually upsell these people into high-ticket coaching, right? Because bear in mind, we've covered a lot, but we haven't actually made money yet. Okay, right now we just have a really valuable community full of people that are eager to buy, but we haven't made money yet. So now I'm going to show you how to convert these people into buyers. Okay, right now we've just learned how we're going to build an asset that will bring you clients for a lifetime, which is super valuable, right? But you actually have to know how to convert these people in order to stay afloat in business, obviously. Okay, and although a lot of these people will convert naturally, if your community is good and if you position it well, people will just start DMing you and be like, hey, is there anything else that like you could help me out with? This is super valuable. I need more help. There are a few things that we can do to make sure that we are converting at the highest possible percentage and that we aren't just leaving our chances up to luck. Okay, and what I found is that there are 3 main factors that will contribute to how well you can upsell somebody from your free group into your paid group. Okay, and that is 1, the course material, if it's good, if it's bad, how it's structured. 2 is actually keeping the community active, which you can do through gamification, which I'll show you. And then 3 is one-on-one interactions, which is super powerful, and I'll also show you how you can implement this. And once you have these 3 things in place, people are going to start upselling like crazy. Okay, first of all, let's get into the course material. All right, I'll be honest, the truth is that a lot of people won't actually go through the course, which is kind of sad, which means that it doesn't have to be long at all. It does, however, have to be super dense and valuable so that the people who do click it and do watch it get their value's worth and they want to learn more. Because the worst thing that can happen is somebody joins the course, they watch the videos, and they think it's complete garbage and they never literally watch from you or buy from you again. Because you have the reputation in their minds of somebody who doesn't deliver value. Okay, that is literally the worst thing you can do. If you're going this route, you actually have to give a lot of value. Okay, and the case study here is HubSpot. If you know HubSpot, they are obviously a CRM. They are worth $32 billion almost in market cap. And what HubSpot did or does, I'm not sure if they still actively add more courses to their website, but what they have on their website is they have insane amounts of free courses on every single subject you can imagine that is related to their offering. Okay, they have data-driven, CMS data-driven content, Service Hub demo certification, email marketing, social media marketing. They have solutions, I don't even know what that shit means, to be honest. Solutions architecture foundations. Very interesting. They have literally something about WhatsApp, even. I don't know how that relates. How to use WhatsApp for enhanced business communication. Okay, fair. Like, they have literally everything here, is my point. Integrating with HubSpot, creating internal efficiency with Operations Hub. They have insane amounts of content. And guess what? This is just one page. There's also some more courses up higher, which I literally couldn't fit in the screenshot. But basically, there are 49 freaking pages of courses that are given away for completely free. All you gotta do is give them their email and sign up. Kind of similar to what we're doing with Skool. We're giving away a free course just for an email and just for some information. And why are they doing that? Because they know that after these people learn so much from them, learn about integrating all these stuff with HubSpot, they learn about how to use all these strategies, okay? They're going to need a CRM to actually execute on these strategies. Okay, and that is where HubSpot comes in. That is where you buy HubSpot. Okay, and people who join your community, what's going to happen is exactly the same thing. They're going to join, they're going to learn a lot. They may have trouble implementing, and that is when they sign up for your coaching. Okay, that is why we are actually doing this. Okay, and that is proof that it works so well from a company that is literally huge. Okay, so as I always say, HubSpot is giving away the information and it is selling the implementation of that information, which is what we want to be doing. We don't want to be selling courses. We want to be giving away courses and then selling coaching that actually changes lives, or selling agency work that actually changes lives. I obviously, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're a coach, okay? Because that is who this video is for. But me personally, I actually do the done for you work, so the same principles apply. Okay. HubSpot wants you in their ecosystem because they know that after you consume so much content from them, you will want to buy their CRM. You will be left with no other choice because you will literally believe that HubSpot is the best CRM just from watching all this. Okay, the same way as your prospects will believe that you are the best solution for them after they watch a whole bunch of your free course. Okay, we want to do exactly the same thing. All right, we don't need hundreds of hours of content in there like HubSpot has, but we do need to make it good. Okay, and that is my point. All right. Two, that's gonna the second factor that's gonna influence how well you can upsell these people into your one-on-one coaching is keeping the community active. Okay, if you have a dead community, that's probably worse than having no community at all. Okay, if your community is dead and people aren't interacting, then 90% of the value of it is literally gone. Okay, because the point of a community is for it to actually be valuable. If you have a friend group that's completely dead, then can you even call that a friend group? Not really. Okay, and that is also why we make it free. Okay, to get more volume, because when we get more volume, we get more people interacting. Okay, if you make it paid, you can have like 10 people in there. A lot of them aren't gonna interact, and then all of a sudden you have a dead community. Okay, that's also a reason why you make it free. All right, but also you're actually gonna have to incentivize people to be active. All right, and by doing this, they will also warm up to you because they're actually gonna feel like a part of the community. That is gonna make them connect with you better and ultimately buy from you. Okay, so how do you do this? You do this through gamification, which is actually built in Skool itself. Okay, Skool has built-in gamification features that make it easy for people to interact with each other. But basically, the point is that you have different levels, as you can see here, and the more you actually interact with the community, if you, let's say, you go through the course, or you, comment, or you ask a question and people like the question, they actually engage with you. The more you engage with the community, the higher level you achieve. And with different levels, you can give your community members different bonuses. Okay, so here for level 2 you have contributor, right, which unlocks chat with members. Okay, only if you're level 2 can you chat with other members in this particular community, right, which is like the Skool community. Level 7 goat, you get to visit Skool HQ. Okay, so it's very, very awesome. And you can literally choose pretty much what you put in here. You can make it that people have to reach level 5 to access a certain module in the course, and you can make that the most valuable module. People are going to start interacting in the community like crazy. Okay, so for example, you could do level 2 unlocks the course, right? So you need to actually introduce yourself in order to unlock the course material. All right, that itself will get you a lot of people interacting. All right, level 4 unlocks a special module from your paid program, for example. Okay, once people get to level 4. And level 6, people can have a free one-on-one coaching call with you, which also becomes potentially an opportunity to upsell. Okay, obviously this one-on-one coaching call, we want to make it super valuable, but if you see the opportunity, like this is also an opportunity for you to upsell that person. If they got to level 6, then they're clearly somewhat interested. Okay, and this will increase the value of your community and the activity of your community like crazy. So make sure that if you're building a community right now, that you actually include this. Okay, it doesn't have to be these specific levels, obviously, but having some form of gamification, in my opinion, is a must. All right, and then the last thing that I see influencing how well you can upsell someone is having actual one-to-one or one-on-one interactions with these prospects. So for the most part, to actually get these people to book the call with you, you're going to have to interact with them one-on-one, right? Most of them just aren't going to book a call on their own. All right, and here's how I recommend that you actually go around it. All right, you want to add everyone who joins into a 5-day email campaign that sells your program. Okay, that's one. Everyone whose email you collect. That's the first email campaign that you sent out. Okay, it's a 5-step email. Next is you want to call and SMS every person who joins, and you want to start a conversation with them, getting them on a call. Okay, and then 3 is that if you grab the Instagram, you want to DM them on Instagram and start a convo through there. Okay, and then literally the main thing that I wanted to mention here and I forgot is to actually start convos on Skool. Okay, like that is the most important part. As soon as somebody joins, you message them on Skool and you appointment set them through Skool. Okay, and once you have all these avenues going, it's going to be very difficult for someone not to join. In terms of the actual script for appointment setting, I literally have videos on that up already, so I'm not going to cover it now. But my latest video, it's not my latest video, but it's a video I made like a week ago, I think. It's the like 1 hour, 40-minute long one. In that I cover appointment setting, and I have timestamps on that video, so you can also check that out and you can find that really easily. That covers the actual script that you can use for appointment setting and getting people on the call. But yeah, from there you literally get them on a call, and then you upsell. Right, and then you make a lot of money because we're doing high ticket. And now lastly, in terms of the actual KPIs that you're looking at, if you're doing something like paid advertising, or even if you're doing organic, some of these KPIs will still apply, so that you know that you're actually performing and that everything is fine and it's, that the funnel is working. We are looking at in B2C, so business to consumer. So if you're selling to your normal people, if you're not selling to businesses, you're looking at around $10 per qualified group join. You'll be getting opt-ins for less than like $1 though. You'll get hella opt-ins, which is why we focus so heavily on retargeting, on this having the setters dialing and on all that sort of stuff. Then you're going to have about $50 per call. We want to have a 20% conversion rate, ideally, but also bear in mind that we'll be increasing the efficiency through the setter dialing everyone, right? So per qualified group join, we'll have about $10 per qualified group join straight from the ad. Then we'll have 50 per call, hopefully straight from the ad is going to be 20%. But if not, we're going to get that up through having more people join through their retargeting ads, through the setters dialing, and through literally setters booking people on the call straight from the dial. So this is very, very reasonable, especially in B2C. And then since it's B2C and since you've provided a lot of value, since these people have literally gone through your course, even if they haven't gone through the course, they're in your community, so they trust you a lot. You should be able to close at around 25%. Worst case, you close at 20%. Maybe some people no show, so this could go up to like 200 to 250 per close. But if you're doing that and you're selling a package for like 3K or 2K, like 2 to 3K is very, very, very realistic. We have clients doing that right now. We have clients doing 6K right now. Then you're looking at like a 10 to a 15x ROAS potentially. Okay, and that is sort of the KPIs that you want to shoot for. Obviously, if you're off by a little bit, but you're still profitable, then that's good. You want to keep running it and you want to keep improving until you start hitting these KPIs. Okay. In B2B, in terms of the KPIs, literally I would just add 50% to every single one of these numbers. Okay, so $15 per qualified group join, 75 per call, potentially up to 100. Okay, because we're not going to be getting as many people straight away on calls because it is B2B. $100 a call, and then like 400 to 500 per acquisition would be pretty dang solid. If you're selling high ticket, which is like 3K plus, which I mean realistically you should be, and if you're running this sort of funnel, you can definitely do that. Then I mean it's basically pretty much what I'm doing. That's like what? That's like a 6 to 7 to 8x ROAS in B2B. Very, very solid result. Okay, you're not going to be getting an 8x ROAS in B2B with direct response. I'll tell you that. Okay, so that's the KPIs, and that is basically all I wanted to cover. Okay, if you watch this far and you don't take action, I'm gonna be super disappointed. I hope I covered everything that you guys wanted and needed me to cover. If you have any questions, comment down below. And if you want us to build out your acquisition system on Instagram, 100% done for you. And then if you want us to automate it to help you scale past 20 to 30K per month, then you can book in a call with us. We'll see if that would make sense. Okay, if not, no worries. Keep enjoying the content, but would love to speak to you. I really hope you got value. Make sure to implement, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.